Good morning. Welcome to New Life Ministry. Today we ask the question, what if? Number one, what if we come to him like they came to him? In Luke chapter 5, verse 15, it tells us that the fame of Jesus went all about, and multitudes came to hear and be healed by him, because he was not like the religious leaders of that day. He spoke with authority about the kingdom of God. And then after he spoke of that kingdom, there were signs and wonders and demonstrations. Yes, they came to hear and be healed by him. What if we heard what they heard? In Acts chapter 10, verse 38 through 40, we hear Peter telling Cornelius, you heard about Jesus, how God anointed him, how he went about doing good, healing all who were oppressed of the devil. For God was with him, and how God raised him from the dead. And he spoke of the resurrection which declared Jesus righteous, and in our identification with him, declares us righteous. What if we believed what they believed? In Mark chapter 5, verse 22, we see Jairus, the ruler of the synagogue. He came to Jesus and said, my daughter layeth sick unto death, but if you come and pray for her, she will live. She will not die. And in verse 28, we read about the woman who had a hemorrhage issue for 12 years. And she said, if I could but only get to him and touch the hem of his garment, I will be whole of my plague. And then in Matthew chapter 8 and verse 8, we see the centurion who comes to the master and says, my servant lieth sick with the palsy and is in great torment. And Jesus says, I will come with you. But the centurion says, I am not worthy. But all you need to do is speak the word only. What if we call on him as they called upon him? In Mark chapter 20, verse 30 and 33, we see the two blind men. They hear Jesus is in the area, and they shout out, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on us. And the crowd tries to quiet them, and they rebuke them. But they cry out all the louder, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on us. And Jesus stood still and beckoned them unto himself. And he asked them what they wanted. And they said, we want to see, Lord. And instantly they were healed. What if we acted as they acted? In Luke chapter 5, verse 18, we see the men carrying their friend in a pallet who had been paralyzed. And when they came to the house where Jesus was at, there was no way for them to get in. The crowds were too big. Did they turn around? No. They looked up. They looked toward God. They seen the roof. They said, let's get up there. Let's tear the roof apart. And brother, we will lower you down to the master where you will be healed. What if we prayed as they prayed? In Acts chapter 4, verse 29, we see Peter praying, and now, Lord, behold their threatenings, and grant unto thy servants that with all boldness they may speak thy word, by stretching forth thine hand to heal, and that signs and wonders may be done by the name of the Holy Child Jesus. What if? What if we come to him like they came to him? If we heard what they heard? If we believed what they believed? If we call on him as they called on him? If we act as they acted and we prayed as they prayed? Then we would receive what they received, and we'd be able to do what they did. Believe right, and you will live right.